Welcome back, humans. We're taking a little bit of a take back, going back to the old ways a little bit. You and me. And the pilot of the evening is one that, if you haven't seen, feel free to pause it, go check it out. It's from Ian Vega Pictures. It is named Lighto, the Pilot. TODR, it is a little bit emotional. It is about the carnival life, the carnies to be exact, the freaks, if you will. So if that sounds interesting, pause it, go watch it. If it sounds cool, let's keep on going. And spoilers, just gonna call it as it is. This pilot really surprised me. Really surprised Birdie on just how pretty accurate it actually was in portraying the carnival life, specifically the carnies. If you didn't know, like how I didn't know, and Birdie had to explain to me, was being a carny was very brutal. It was very sad. Very much once you made some family connections, once you knew you were the outcasts, you were the freaks, you just had each other. And it didn't matter where you were from. If you were a carny from another carnival, from halfway around the world, you were still loved and you were cared because the ones who were the ringmasters, the maintenance people, the workers, the people who were quote unquote normal, they didn't care about you. And you were just a walking, talking prop that they had to feed and clean up after sometimes. It was very messed up. And Lighto doesn't go too dark into that, but it takes it into a, no pun intended, into a light sense of it with the beginning. We see Toadman singing, he's giving us his song, introducing the cast, some of them, and very good voice for that, by the way. Really threw me off immediately jumping into something like this with such a heavy song and almost somber. And it's abruptly cut by a kid throwing tomatoes at him. Hey man, come on, entertain us, jump around, hop around, Frogman, Toadman, and
come on, Toadman, make yourself useful and hop
for us. You see him get obviously very pissed off. By the way, the style is very unique. It is, from what I thought of immediately, it took me to Oliver Saves Christmas. That 3D, 2D with the visual of the card pop-up look almost, except obviously not the one for one, but very similar to that. So genuinely, you do not see this out at all anymore. So very nice to look at, in my opinion. I might not be your cup of tea, but to me, it was very enjoyable. But to keep going on, he stumps back into his room, I guess, and his wife is there. She counts down, she's drinking her tea. She's actually reading the Bible, which is something to take note of. And she counts down and he barges right in. He's mad, he's almost cussing, he wants to kill these kids, he's mad at the ringmaster, you name it. And she calms him down, and we have a nice moment of a very wholesome de-escalation. Very much showing you that that's his wife, that's his ride or die, and vice versa. And it's something you don't see too often anymore, where it's just something real. It's genuine love, not this like introducing them with laughter, with LOL, with vulgar jokes, or oh, this is how I met your mother, and it's like something extra, you know. It is a genuine, wow, you can tell these two love each other. It's a genuine one-for-one love, even though he looks like a toad and she at the moment looks perfectly normal. We don't know what she does yet. She talks to him, tries to give him soup, and you know, he doesn't take it very well anyway. He's still very much upset. Leaves for a walk, and she's not too happy about it. But as he's outside thinking and reflecting, he kind of makes a plea to the sky, a plea to, you know, God. Give me a sign, give me something to move forward with, give me something, you know, so I don't go insane. And like on cue, there's a basket coming through the water that's in front of him, the little passing creek, and a tree branch breaks off and blocks it and blocks off the water. He goes to go look, what, there's a basket and there's a baby. Touche, right? Random cliche movie moment. His wife is coming back because he's screaming, and Lord and behold, it's a little blonde baby. Super cute, very adorable. She's holding him up and he's very much alive and well. And as you can tell, she gets the mom instinct, and it's a very wholesome moment again. And we even see her sing, have her just, you can tell she's gonna be happy. And even he has a silent smile, which is something of, show, don't tell. And this is something that they needed. They needed this little light in their life, if you will. Fast forward, his name is actually Lighto. He's a very nice kid. You can tell he's got a good wit on him. He's very much a little bit still new, doesn't know everything about life, but he's very much running around. He knows everybody. He's kind. He stays hidden because he can't let the ringmaster know too much, although that's a bit of a later talk later. They're supposed to get a new carny coming in, a girl from France, the Spider Woman. There's all this hubbub about going around for the big show tonight. And then we get a cut. We get a surprise cut to, well, one of the old carnies talking to what it looks like the ringmaster. And it actually is the ringmaster. And he's got this presence. He starts talking to how you failed. Wait, what? And it looks like he failed his quota. We don't know what's going on. And he is, from what it looks like, was fed to something. Some really nasty thing. Very much threw me off. Was not expecting this wholesomeness, very family oriented thing, even having the Bible very, very much involved. To flat out, this guy is dead now. And then he has a list. And who's next on the list? Toadman. Fast forward some more. The night's coming along. Lighto is, being his derpy self. And he actually goes around to find the Spider Woman. And surprise, she's about his age. She only knows French. He's trying to talk to her. He's kind of smitten. It's actually very adorable. The mom takes notice and leaves him be for a little bit. And he's trying to talk to her because he only knows English. She only knows French. And due to the power of a piece of paper, he learns her name, Shirley, and she gets his name, Lighto. It's very cute, by the way, and it's just a nice little moment to see and have. And then the night starts off. They're presenting their shows, if you will. He gets to sneak over, and he's breaking his parents' rule of hiding to go see Shirley's act. But it ends the same. She gets thrown tomatoes, even though he was kind of lost in her act. Seeing her run off crying, and he doesn't understand what's going on, and he never saw this before. His whole view of the carny being a nice place, it looks like, is kind of just being destroyed in front of him. It's very sad. You see him help her out. You see him be very nice to her. And even before, which I didn't mention, he draws a picture of her and her parents, which was, I don't want to get to it, but it's very touching, and it almost got me to break because it's just again, this show is doing a lot of the show don't tell. Even though they don't have a language to work with, French, English, he was able to help her smile. It's super, super sweet.
Hey Shirley, are those your parents back there?
But then we see one of the big fiascos where he interrupts Toadman. Like, hello, ladies and gentlemen, the Ringmaster is here, and we have a new challenge. And we find out his big showboat is Toadman is selected to take part of the Laugh-O-Meter. And if you fill up the Laugh-O-Meter, your wish comes true. If you don't, you get taken away. And everybody's surprised. His mom is crying. He doesn't know what's going on. Shirley's confused as well, but she sees the mom crying and she's concerned. Toadman is kind of struck right now, and in the middle of all this, Lighto says, I'll do it. This is mine. I'll take his responsibility. And the ringmaster now knows he exists, or he did. I don't know. I would assume he's a bit of a clever guy and he would probably know more. That's to find out later if this show continues. His dad is pissed off. Why did you do that? What are you gonna do? Nobody ever passes his test, and there's this whole kerfuffle going on, and he's just a good kid. He wanted to protect his family. And throughout the situation, Shirley can't talk to him, but she draws these papers, these drawings, showing that she wants to help Lighto win his challenge. It looks like she understands a little bit, but not very much. Sadly, that's roughly where it cuts off, and I very much speed ran the episode for y'all, but what I wanted to sit down with is just how this show brings in what it is to be a good person. We're following these carnies, have a tough life. All they have is each other. The family that they call their brothers, their sisters. There's no real blood bond, but they're the outcasts, they're the freaks, they're the people that nobody wants. And here we have a kid who all he's known is this life from his parents, from the people he's grown up with. And even in the carny life, he doesn't know anything about the outside world. He doesn't. He was sheltered, but he's still a good kid. There's a little bit sprinkled in with the Bible being a heavy influence with it as well. He has a good head on his shoulders. And it's something that I'm glad it isn't kind of hammered in to where like, oh, this is because the Bible is here. He's a good kid. Like, no, like you could tell because Finn and the mom are good people. Christianity is part of their upbringing. Whether that took into effect, you could argue that, but the fact still stands. He has good parents, and those good parents, even though they were carnies, because back in the day, as I was talking to Birdie about this, that was kind of a whole argument. Like, oh, you were raised by carnies. You're probably a depraved, sad individual. But they were just normal. They were just like you and me. And this show has these beautiful little moments showing how a child comes into their life. It's life-changing. It helps them move forward. Lighto's growing up to be a good kid, trying to protect his mom and dad, trying to help Shirley because, he likes her, but he understands, somebody's in need or help, you do what you can. And it's just something that's super nice. I'm happy that they have subtle hints with the Bible and Christianity. We do need to go back to respecting that again. This whole 30 minutes for me took so long to get through because I would be lying if I didn't say that it just had really nice ways of conveying what's the emotions. Even though the style is that 2D pop-up like I mentioned earlier, the VA is pretty good. The animation could be smoother, but you can throw that aside because it did the job perfectly. It showed the characters, showed the music, helped them get the message across. It was done perfectly well. The only real critique I want to say is when the mom is singing, she kind of, they had it layered to the song she was singing with it. So it's like a weird, like almost like an echo to it. I guess that audio balance aside, it doesn't kill the song entirely, but you can notice it and it can be distracting. But that's about it. The fact that you were able to squeeze in family values, wholesome family moments, very nice, respectful mother, father, son moments, and even him with his interactions with a new person that he might be smithing with or not, just showing that there's good and kindness in the carny life, and even showing the brutality a little bit because that dude died. Let's just call it what it is. That guy didn't meet his quota, quote unquote, and he got murdered. So the ringmaster is a messed up guy, and even Birdie was telling me that there's got to be a catch because no way he's giving them this out, if you will. So there's got to be more to this. So there's something sneaky about that ringmaster guy. And of course, kind of showing that whoever made this does know what they're talking about because the carny life was not pretty. And I never felt that this was kind of glorifying it. It was more sad and kind of almost, that they're in a hard spot, but they're doing what they can, even though it kind of sucks. So hopefully, I want to see more of this. Lighto, Ian, Vega Pictures, everybody behind us. The VA was great. The music especially very Very much appreciated. I would be lying if I didn't almost shed a tear. I think I did shed one. I'm not gonna lie, because very rarely do you have these moments of complete natural flow throughout the entire piece. Like, I felt that they were family. When he found them when he was little, it was nice and cute. See him grow up and his childlike awe and wonder, just to see it get destroyed by the ringmaster, and like the way they treated Shirley and him trying to remedy that. Like, just these genuine moments felt very real. So good job on that. I mean, wow. I mean, genuinely wow. And of course, I'm happy to see the Bible come up and just nod it at, Ian, the humans behind this project, I hope you get some more funding. I will definitely be grabbing one of the shirts because I love those animal crackers in the carnival box. It's kind of cool that that's a shirt. I'll link their stuff down below. With that being said, I'm done. Please take care, humans. I hope you go watch this, enjoy it. Tell me your thoughts on this. What didn't like? Because to me, I think this is a very much a genuine hidden gem from these pilots, because there's so many more to go through. With that, I'm out. Take care, humans.